All right.
Yeah.
Good evening. My name's James, and this is Angus. He's my brother. You can't tell it from this picture, but if we were dressed in the same clothing, with the same facial hair grown, and I don't know, that's about it.
That's about it. And wearing the same hat.
Wearing the same hat. Our hair color is slightly different, but we actually are...
It's the lighting, actually.
It's the lighting. I'm underneath bright lights, he's underneath dark lights. Good night, Angus's wife, Katie. Katie Farrell. Yeah, we have different last names. It's weird. I don't want to get into the awkwardness of why we have different last names. You know what? I'm sure everybody out there has... It's a long story. Everybody out there has some strange family stuff, right?
Probably.
I would imagine so. I have a younger brother that's 3 years old. Alright, so this is my not awkward brother.
No.
I don't need to explain it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't explain. I'm in Iowa.
Why do you care?
Why do you care? Why are you so upset about this?
Why do you keep on asking so many questions?
Yes, stop.
I'm asking questions.
Just this is it.
That's it. Alright.
Anyways, we're here to discuss something very important. Very pertinent. Is there another word other than important, pertinent that has to do with toads and frogs?
I don't think so.
That's it. Important and pertinent. What's better, toads or frogs? The obvious answer is toads are better. And that's because of the fact that when you deal... What?
No, I disagree.
I thought we talked about this. We said we were going to talk about what's better, toads or frogs.
Yeah, and I like toads. I'm a big fan of toads.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, they're everywhere. You can find a toad, no problem. You want a toad right now, I can go get you a toad.
I know, that's what I thought. I thought we were going to...
If you want a frog, see, the frogs are a little harder to get. Frogs are rarer. I think they're more valuable.
Just because they're more rare, they're more valuable?
I think so. Yeah.
That's not what I thought he was going to say.
Yeah,
I mean, frogs are...
You don't see a frog just, like, hopping through your yard. You know.
I mean, I don't see toads hopping through my yard either, but I don't live in Iowa.
Yeah. There's a toad who lives, in my tomato plants.
And it just hops through your yard? Well, toads, the thing is toads are powerful. They can
especially
get warts.
That's a myth.
It's not a myth. Don't start with me.
It really is.
Toads have the ability. It's superhuman. And yeah, I know the obvious disagreement is toads aren't human. But that's semantics.
They're not human.
I mean, that's just semantics, right?
They're not human.
Toads can give warts. Frogs, what can frogs do?
Turn into princes.
Is
that a myth?
That's absolutely a myth. I would say that's not even folklore. That's, what do you call that? It's fairy tale. Frogs turning into princes. Where's my drink?
I don't know. Beer almost came out my nose, though.
Well, that's just because it's like you're Pinocchio and your lies are making it grow longer. And there's this, like, extra room.
It's dripping a little bit.
I didn't think we were going to argue about this. I thought we were just going to talk about how bad frogs were.
I think... No, what's wrong with frogs?
They're slimy. Frogs are dry. No. You can hold on to a frog. You can hold on to a toad.
See, I think that your feelings on toads and frogs are mixed.
No, I misspoke. I misspoke.
You're making this
up. No, I'm not making this up.
You're making this argument up.
That's not true.
It's true.
It's not true. Why would
this argument is completely fake.
This is not true. I totally think toads are better than frogs. Frogs are slimy. Their skin is way too shiny.
So.
I mean, you can catch a reflection off of
They're only slimy because you're picking them up out of water.
I mean,
frogs are in water, and when you pick them up, they're wet, so they're a little slimy.
I mean,
when you pick a person up out of water, they're a little wet.
They're wet. There's a huge difference.
Well, it depends on how much
be
soap.
Slimy when you
if you've been using soap and you pick a human up out of soapy water, they're a little slippery. They're a little slimy. It depends.
Wow. This is not what I expected to talk about. I thought this is going to be really simple. toads are clearly they're just. I mean,
I have no problem with toads.
if you were gonna say there's a fight, all right, a toad and a frog.
Well, it would depend on like what species.
Is there really species of toads and frogs?
Yeah. There's lots of different kinds of toads and frogs. Like there's a
what?
bullfrog.
There's a
bullfrog,
Okay,
tree frog.
okay, you're right. And tree
And then
frog
there's
too.
all those South American
Okay, you got a point on frogs, but
toads. Sure, yeah.
there's
Great horned toad, Colorado river toad.
Okay, maybe I don't know as much about toads and frogs as you do.
I don't know that much.
I mean, you
These are
named,
just toads.
you named 2 toads and 3 frogs. I'm not prepared. I just thought we were talking about toads versus frogs. If I knew. Anyways, this is what I was going to try to get into, is that we are going to, my brother and I are going to be doing some just discussions. Hopefully they won't be debates between things. I thought we were going to come to an agreement on things. No?
Well, if it's about if it's the toads are better than frogs, then no.
I mean, not necessarily better. Like, I mean, yeah, a werewolf is better than a little girl because it can murder it. A toad is better than a frog. Better morally?
Well,
I meant
all right.
morals.
No, I'm not talking
ability
about
to
moral
survive.
zero either. No. I don't think a werewolf is better than a little girl. B,
Better?
I do not think the example that you just gave is applicable
What do you mean?
in any way.
Werewolves
First of all-
versus little girls, toads versus frogs?
Which the toad is the werewolf
Yeah.
and the frog is the little girl.
I mean, it's extreme, but yeah.
It's not extreme.
What would a frog
It
do in a
doesn't
fight
work.
against a toad?
It would. I don't know how they would fight. Honestly,
What?
I'm not sure. I've never even heard of toads.
Have you heard of Battletoads? I mean,
No.
you haven't heard of Battletoads?
No, is that a cartoon?
I mean, it's deep. Battletoads are they're you know what? I don't even want to get into it. Battletoads are definitely strong toads, and I've never heard of a frog. Can you name one frog as powerful? And I don't want to explain it. Battletoads can pick up a lead pipe and beat somebody over the head. Can you name one frog? You're gonna have to trust me on that.
I'm sorry, but are these battle toads? Are they actual, real in our world?
Does it matter?
Are they real in our
Does
world?
it matter?
Are
Does
they
it matter?
real in our
Does it
world?
matter?
Yes.
They were real to
To
me.
a certain extent.
They're
yeah.
real to me.
Alright, well, alright, that's good enough. So, alright, well, if, yeah.
Name one frog that's as powerful as a Battletoad.
A battle frog.
You just made that up. You just
No,
made that up. You
they
clearly
carry
just,
around axes and guns.
You just made that up.
No,
You're
I,
making
I
this
didn't.
up.
I didn't. That's
Battletoads
real.
are real.
And so are battle frogs.
All right, we'll have to agree to disagree. Anyways, what I was gonna say is that we're gonna do some discussions on topics and hopefully teach you something. Today we didn't get a lot of facts out there because battle frogs.
Battle frogs.
That's you just made that up. You just totally took
axes and
You
guns.
took an educated argument or discussion and you brought battle frogs into it. That doesn't even exist.
I thought that if it existed in our mind, it existed.
Well, battle frogs exist in your mind. Battle toads exist in the minds of millions of people. Alright?
I've never heard of a battle toad.
Well, that's not my fault. We may have... First, we're brothers.
Yeah.
We didn't... I don't want to get into it. We didn't know each other at the exact time that most brothers would know each other. So I can't blame you for the way that you were raised any more than you can blame me.
No, I'm not blaming anyone. Do we have to blame people?
No, we don't have to blame.
All right. Well, I didn't want to blame.
We're not blaming
anyone.
anybody.
We're not blaming anyone.
We're not blaming anybody. It's nobody's fault. You're raised by who you're raised by.
Yeah. Can't do anything.
Some
about
people know what battle toads are. Some people know what battle frogs are.
that. That's so bad.
Anyways, get ready to find some real truths out, because we're gonna next time. I promise you, we won't waste your time with debates of what's true or false like this. We're gonna give you facts. It's gonna be borderline documentary.
It will certainly be documentary.
Yeah, certainly be
Or at
documentary.
least it will be documented.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I
that's
think
the
so.
same thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Documentary is just something that's been documented
Documented.
on
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think so.
Well, thanks for watching.